for my lessons. He knew who and what my father was, and though he was too afraid to openly confront the neighborhood monster, he resisted in his own quietly subversive way. I was a very good student, diligent, hungry to build my knowledge and my abilities, and, well, okay, since I was also reading comic books, I wanted to be able to fight like Daredevil. I wanted to be as smart and capable as T'Challa, the Black Panther. I wanted to be as steadfast as Captain America. Now, at the time, I was learning about other kinds of monsters. My grandmother, who lived near us, was a wonderfully spooky old lady. Imagine Luna Lovegood from the Harry Potter series as an old woman. That's her. Nanny, as we called her, believed in everything. She had been 40 when she gave birth to my mother, and my mother was 41 when she had me. So when I was born in 1958, Nanny was 81, which means she was born in 1877. She'd been raised in Alsace-Lorraine and was of Scottish descent. She grew up in a place and at a time where most people still believed in the supernatural. Over the course of her life, Nanny delved deep into what she called the larger world, and she shared that knowledge with me. She told me about vampires, ghosts, werewolves, demons, fairies, imps, trolls, and more, and she gave me the folkloric versions of these monsters, not the version so often presented in fiction and film. For example, in folklore, there are hundreds of different kinds of vampires, thousands of different kinds of shape-shifting monsters, countless demons, each with its own unique qualities, dozens of different kinds of ghosts, and so on. In her world, there were so many different kinds of monsters, and they were also there, lurking just beyond the reach of a campfire or flashlight beam. Nanny told me about the powers and abilities of these monsters, but she also told me about their weaknesses, and about the people who hunted them: exorcists, vampire hunters, ghost breakers, warrior monks, wise women, and more. She even talked about cases where good monsters hunted bad ones. Those fascinated me. Among my favorites were the Stragoni Benefici, vampires who had been captured by medieval priests and who, under torture, because let's face it, some old-time church leaders really dug their version of enhanced interrogation, were brought back to faith, after which they would be like vampire assassins for the church. Wild. My other favorite was the race of heroic warrior werewolves called the Benedanti, who descended into hell via their dreams to fight evil monsters. As the child of a monster, I was always afraid that I would grow up to be like my father. So reading about monsters who fought evil really, really mattered to me. Nanny also collected what she called dark tales, or as they are more popularly known these days, urban legends. Those were even scarier to me because they were not set in distant lands, and they didn't involve people who had died long ago. Her dark tales were about people living in cities or small towns. People like me. Scary stuff. These worlds all collided for me when I was 14. By then, I was getting some adult mass and muscle. I'd had years of jujitsu, and I simply could not abide a monster in my house. I threw down against my father, who was 6 inches taller and had 80 more pounds of solid muscle, as well as a lifetime of experience in back-alley fighting. When it was over, the entire downstairs of my home was wrecked, and my father was being rushed to the hospital. He survived, though it was touch and go for a while there, and thereafter he was a different man. No longer an abuser, no longer violent. He never touched my sisters again, or me. He didn't dare hurt anyone after that. I'd survived my own hell, had defeated my monster, and was, in a way, the hero of my own coming-of-age story. I remember a day when I was sitting on the mats at the jiu-jitsu dojo with my instructor. We were talking, drinking bottles of water, sweating, aching from a hard class, and we were the last ones in the place. It was one of the rare times when I opened up about my childhood, including what had just happened. My sensei told me his story, and I learned that he grew up in a similar hell. He said, "Some people get lucky and they're born into TV sitcom families."